into the kitchen here at My Will Advocacy. Today, the weekend is here. I'm thankful to be here another weekend. As we get ready for the upcoming week, I like to prepare breakfast and dinner for the family so they can eat at their leisure due to my busy schedule. Therefore, this week we have egg casserole on the menu for breakfast and a delicious chicken soup for dinner. But before I do that, I want to show you how accessible my kitchen is. So in my kitchen, I have my daylight light bulbs turned on. They're bright enough for me to be able to see in the kitchen, to be independent. And then on my oven, because I'm baking chicken as well as this casserole, as you can see, I have some delicious chicken here that's smelling heavily. But I have on my stove here bump dots. These bump dots allows me to use the oven so I can bake whatever I want to bake. But back to the menu. Egg casserole. In the comment, tell me what you like to eat for breakfast. Let me see if I can make it. I do enjoy cooking. So on the menu today, we have egg casserole. Now, I kind of went ahead, and I apologize about that, but I'm going to tell you the ingredients, and then we're going to put it together. I started off with some ground turkey sausage. You don't have to put meat in it. The eggs is protein enough, but I started off with ground turkey sausage. Then I had it sauteed until it was well cooked, as well as I seasoned it. And then I cut up some onions and bell peppers and celery. Tell me in the comment if you like a lot of vegetables. I do. I have onions, bell peppers, and celery in this bowl. Once the meat gets done sauteing and cooking all the way through, you want to take the meat out, take your vegetables, put it into the pot, and let it slightly saute. The reason why you want it to slightly saute, because you have a nice little crunch after it bakes. Again, we're making egg casserole. So once you have the onions and the meat cooked, this is the way it looks once it gets done cooking. And the only other thing I added in here was spinach. So this is egg casserole with spinach. So in this bowl, you have ground turkey, onions, bell peppers, celery, and spinach. I always put the spinach in at the end, turn off the stove, and just let the heat cook the spinach. So now we're going to put this together, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. So in this bowl, I crack some eggs. As a visually or blind person, if you crack eggs, you can always take a fork, run it, take a regular table fork, run it through the eggs to see, or you'll be able to feel if there's any kind of shell. I have some eggs cracked up in this bowl, roughly about a good 20 eggs, because we're making a baking pan of egg casserole. This is going to look almost like a cake. So I have the eggs in here already cracked in here. The next thing, we're going to add some goat cheese. Tell me what kind of cheese in the comment that you like in your casserole. This is goat cheese, which is very healthy, very good for the body. Once we put the cheese in, I'm going to take this and put it to the side so I can discard it in the trash can later. Once we put the goat cheese in, now I have a long handle fork that I'm going to beat the eggs. You want to get everything mixed in. Take your time, mix it around until you get everything mixed in nice and good. Once you get everything mixed in nice and good, now we're going to whip it around, or you can use a whip. Now I'm going to take this mixture, the mixture of the turkey sausage, the spinach, the onions, the bell peppers, the celery. Make sure it's mixed nice and good. And we're going to pour this in here. Once you get done cooking this, you need to let this cool down, because if you put this in the egg mixture hot, it's going to start cooking the eggs. So we pour all that good stuff in there. Put this in the sink to wash. And now we're going to mix this in. The idea is you want to get all of that egg mixture mixed in, all this stuff. It smells good, even though it's not baked. It does smell good. Maybe it's the chicken. I don't know. You tell me. So once you put this in here, you mix this around nice and good. Once it gets done mixing in good, you get your baking pan. In the baking pan, I like to use some baking spray so it doesn't stick to it, so it comes out nice and even after bake. You get some baking spray. Of course, you hold it over the sink. And you want to make sure the sides and the bottom is well coated. Once you get everything well coated, once you got everything nice and coated, always keep a towel over your shoulder to wipe your hands. Once you got everything nice and mixed, now you're going to pour it into the bowl. See, everything is nice and mixed, and it's going into the bowl. And again, we put this into the sink to wash. Now, last thing you could do is just rock it on the counter so you can have a nice little even balance to get everything balanced out. We're going to stick this in the oven at 375 for 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, we'll check it. If it's not done, we'll set it a little longer, but 25 minutes should be good. So we'll be back to check on this.